Welcome to the Fairview Yellow Jackets Coaches Show. I am Coach Chris Hughes, and I'm here today with our star defensive player, Wayne Jaworski. He plays defensive end, linebacker. How you doing, Wayne?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing well. You healed up from this week?
Yes, sir.
All right. Wayne has been really making an impact on our team on the defensive side of the ball. We'll talk about that in just a minute. We, since the last time we were here, we have lost 3 tough road games to Giles County, Spring Hill, and Page. And we were coming home last Friday against a big rival in Lewis County, another 3A school in our region. We managed to win that game, and we're going to talk about how that happened. It was a come from behind. We were down 14-0 at halftime. We came from behind. We're going to talk about that a little bit. But Wayne is with me today because in the last 2 games, Wayne, you have 26 tackles, 6 sacks, an interception, a block punt, and several other tackles for loss. So you've been playing pretty well on defense?
Yeah, I've been just trying to make an impact, trying to get our defense going.
Yeah, well, you've been doing a good job at it. Wayne is one of the most built players we have on the team as well. When I say built, Wayne gets on the weight program hard and works hard, and he has that natural physique genetics that I did not have when I was in school. And I'd like to have that, Wayne, but we didn't manage it. So anyway, let's talk a little bit about the team, Wayne, just in general. Why do you believe the defense and you in general are playing so well right now going into the end of the season?
Well, we've really been trying to pick our defense up. That way our offense can make something happen. Don't want anything to get past us and get them score up and then put more pressure on our offense.
That's good. That's been working here lately, huh? Seems like we've been a little more aggressive going after things, too. I don't know if it's necessarily our blitzing or not. I think it's just the kids on defense are really starting to get aggressive and go after it.
Yeah, tough practice is when coaches yell at you and stuff. You want to make them feel like you've done everything you can and you worked so hard and you're going to get it in.
Well, I think if anybody's worked hard, it's been you. You've really made an impact on defense and came a long way since the first game. What effect, Wayne? We came off 3 tough losses. Giles County, Spring Hill, and Page are all really good 4A schools, and we played 2 of those 3 pretty tough. Spring Hill and Page we played tough. Giles County got away from us pretty quick. What do you think the effect of playing those all on the road and then coming back home for a Lewis County game had on us? How do you think the team was feeling going into the last week?
Well, I think we're really hungry for a win. We hadn't won in a while, and we've been trying really hard to win. We've been getting beat, but we've been just going to practice and trying to go as hard as we can. And when we got back from practice, we wanted to beat Lewis County because we hadn't beat them in a really long time.
That's good, and that's a good point. Coming back, we were a little more hungry for this win against Lewis County because we've had 3 straight losses, and we were doing well. We went from 4-1 to 4-4. Now we're at 5-4 with a chance to end our season at 6-4 and be the number 1 3A team in our region, which may get us a home game, may not. Not sure how the bracket's going to fall out. It's pretty tough this year, but that would be a good way to end the season, don't you think?
Yeah, but I don't want to end my season yet.
Not yet. You want to do the? Do you think a win against Hickman County will get us at 6-4? How will you feel about our season with that?
Well, if we win and beat Hickman County, then it would raise our chances to get a higher seed in the playoffs, and it would really make me feel like I've really tried as hard as I could, and the team has done as best they could their senior year in order to play football.
And that's something we talk about all the time. It's not whether you win or lose, it's that you give your best effort and we do the best we can do. And I think we did that in spurts. At the second half of Lewis County, we did that. And we'll talk about that a little bit. How much, let's talk about special teams real quick, because you had a block punt this last game. Devin Penner against Page had a 98-yard kickoff return. How much has special teams impacted our season this year? What kind of impact is it having on us as a team?
Well, whenever we do good on special teams, it gives them a bad ball spot or us a good ball spot. Devin's done a really good job of taking it back and getting us good field position. And when Tyler Emler kicks it out of the end zone, it puts them on the 20-yard line and pumps our defense up like we can stop them, and it makes them feel like they can't get it.
It seems like when he does that our defense holds them that next series. No matter what happens, it's like a big lift to the D. So that is, and Tyler's done a real good job kicking it into the end zone. Coaches always comment to me, you got 2 really good kickers, and I say, yeah, we do. Like to have some 400-pound linemen, but we'll take the 2 good kickers we've got. And they have had a big influence on the game as well as our return game and you blocking the punt. Seems like we always seem to figure something out on special teams, how to come up with a big play. Now let's talk about Lewis County. The game itself, we were down 14-0. Lewis County got on us pretty quickly, and then we managed to come back, and we won the game by a final score 23-21. Very close game. The fans got to enjoy a really good game, even though at the first half they were probably thinking about leaving. Everybody was a little down, and we managed to fight back. What do you think about the game in general? And tell me what you think happened in the second half that we weren't doing in the first half, or what motivated you guys in addition. Just kind of elaborate on the game and what happened at Lewis County.
Well, we hadn't beat Lewis County in a really long time, and when they started winning, it just kind of reminded us how long and how hard we trained in order to beat Lewis County, and we realized that it's our senior year. We need to step it up, and we need to go and beat them. And it depends all on our season, how hard we worked. It's all going to translate into this game right here, and we pulled it out and thought it would be really good if we just took it to them.
We looked like a total different team in the second half, did we not? And what I really don't like is the fact that I know we can play like that the whole game. If we ever do, then we're going to be a really tough team to beat in the playoffs. Everyone asked me what I said to the team at halftime. We were losing 14-0. I was not in a real good mood when I went to the locker room, and I just said, boys, just keep your chin up and keep playing hard, right, Wayne?
Yeah. That's
what we're going to tell anyway. That isn't exactly how it happened, but that's our story, and we're sticking to it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I did try to motivate the seniors and let them know, this was your season was on the line. You had to beat Lewis. Just to give you some history of Fairview football versus Lewis County, we haven't beat Lewis County since 2004 until last Friday. We've only beat them 3 times in 20 years. So that was a huge win for our program, and it may have got us over that hump. So we may be the number 1 3A team out of our bracket if we can finish business against Hickman County this week. Now, let's take a look, Wayne, at a couple of plays, and you're involved in a lot of these because you had a really good game. We'll start with in the first quarter. They are punting, and it's pretty good. Tell us how you got through here like that.
Well, as soon as the ball moved, I kind of jumped the snap as best I could, and I kind of went through, and as soon as the person protector saw me, I kind of just tried to push him aside and block that punt.
And who jumped on the ball for us?
I think it was Caleb Duke.
Caleb Duke. I was hoping he was going to scoop and score. We say scoop and score a lot. Caleb recovered that. That's one of our kickers. He's very athletic, and that was a great block on your part, shooting through there like you did. I was thinking whenever that happened, and we can talk a little more about special teams, Tyler pinned them deep on kickoffs. Caleb hit all his extra points, which ended up being really huge. Difference in the game was 2 points. He hit 3 extra points. And we struggle on kicking in the mud usually, so that was pretty big, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really big because just two missed extra points, and we'd have been tied.
We had a tie game. So when you think about it, all these little things come into effect. I will say this, though, Wayne, that block you had in the first quarter, I thought it would give our team momentum to score. And then we had a fumble, a botch snap, a penalty, and it just seemed like we kept setting ourselves back, making mental mistakes in the first half, but we were doing that on both sides of the ball. Momentum is a huge thing, and we had to get on side, and that gave us a little momentum, and you're going to do some things that give us more later. At the end of the half, Lewis County managed to score 2 touchdowns quickly. They were up 14-0 and threatening to score again right before the half. We didn't convert on a 4th and short on our own side of the field, and the defense let them drive down, and then this play right here kind of walk us through Alex Gertchen's interception, and it was really close. Quarterback from Lewis County.
Yeah, well, fakes the handoff and boots out, and Alex recognizes that the guy's going out for a touchdown, and Alex didn't want them to score again, so.
Well, he picked it off on the 1-yard line, and we managed to take a knee and go to halftime. After that, the second half, we came out with new energy. Did you not feel that when we came out? I did. I really felt like at halftime and after our heated discussions that we would come out a little better. And when we came out, I saw the urgency from the seniors, especially, that I hadn't seen in the first half. And not have beaten Lewis County. I think a lot of times that sometimes football players doubt themselves. I don't think they realize how good they can be. I don't think y'all really knew for sure you were a lot better than them. Second half, you proved it. And I really was impressed. So we took the ball. Defense stopped them first possession. And then we got the ball, and right here, Ethan went back in and led the way for this. Talk about this touchdown run right here.
Well, Ethan and the blocking really did good, and Devin followed Ethan's block and took it in for the touchdown.
21 yards, and I tell you what, that was big because that put us on the board, and I saw Lewis County's momentum drop. and ours go up. It was 14-7. They still had the lead. Duke make the extra point, but it really changed it. And we were able to kick off to them again. Tyler Emler pinned them deep again. And then we had this play right here that really set the momentum for what was going to happen. We'll watch this, Wayne. See you coming off the edge.
Yeah, well, I kind of see that no one was blocking me, and then I saw him going back to throw the ball, and I wanted to get to him before he got the ball, so I was going as hard as I could.
And you laid a lick on him. We call that a snot knocker. If y'all want to know what that is, if you hit someone hard enough, it knocks snot bubbles out of their nose. You think that was a snot knocker, Wayne?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. So Wayne had a nice hit there. And then Lewis County made a mistake right here by faking a punt on their own end of the field, and I'm guilty of doing that as well. I do that a lot, trying to make something big happen. But Anthony Turner, defensive end, and he's just stepped in for us these last couple of weeks. Talk about this play right here he does to stop this fake punt.
I think
they snap it to the up back.
They snap to the up back, and he realizes that they're doing a fake, and he boots out to try and get contained and tackles him.
He did, and we had a ton of people in position to make the play. We didn't put our punt return on. We kind of smelled the fake out. That was one thing we did realize, that fake was coming, and that really helps us on defense. I think everybody on our sideline was yelling fake. I'm sure y'all heard it, and we made some things happen. That got us the ball back. Devin made a couple good runs. Daniel made a couple good runs. Our offensive line really started firing off the ball, and when they decide to block, they can, and they started doing that. And then Kesty had 2 runs in a row. This one got him down to the 1. Watch this, Wayne. We have rip motion coming. Talk about this.
Well, he went to the outside, and I think their DB might have been a little scared of intimidated by him.
He didn't want to tackle Ethan. No, Ethan's a beast, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
He is. It's good to have him back. He was out a couple games for injury. Well, he got that one in, then he puts it in right here on a wedge. Just kind of piles it. Good push by the offensive line. Of course, everybody signals touchdown, whether we did or not. And Ethan's in there, and we are on the board again. Duke makes this kick. The game is tied, 14-14. I wanted to show after this Tyler Emler kicking off, because I told Tyler Emler that if he was to kick it off and it went through the upright, we would get 3 points. So he was trying hard. He didn't know I wasn't lying. I was just telling a story. That's not the case. You don't get 3 points for that. But Tyler didn't know, so he was really trying hard. And Tyler boots this ball, and it almost made it to the upright. So talk about Tyler Emler's kick right here. And you're on this kickoff team, aren't you?
Yeah. Tyler really looks like he was concentrating, trying to get it into the end zone, and he actually does.
Went way over their head, didn't it?
Puts us in really good field position and puts them on the 20.
That is true. And then we started out with our defense again, and I'm going to tell you what, we have momentum, but this play right here put us over the top. You and I believe Ethan had made 2 tackles in a row, and they were in a bad position. They had a 3rd and long. They were in shotgun with their quarterback. And let's talk about this bad snap and what it results in and what it did. Watch this play, Wayne. And you were in on this too. I think you were running right here.
Yeah, well, snaps it over his head, and of course we were running to it as fast as we could, so they had really no chance to try and pick it up and throw it. So the only choice they had was to try and kick it out of the end zone.
And I seen you pump your fist right there. You knew you were the first one in there. We had 9 Yellow Jackets, but it made it 16-14 with that safety. And that gave us the lead, and we never relinquished it. We never gave that lead up. In fact, the score 23-21 wasn't really indicative of the control we had of that game, because we were pretty much in control for the rest of the game. Let's talk about this play right here, Wayne. I always say big hits make game-changing plays. When you hit someone really hard, they don't seem to run as fast the next time they get the ball. And I'm not sure why that is, but it's kind of like you don't want to get that again. But on a 4th down play right here, Lewis County's trying to score. You're going to see Wayne come off the edge and lay a lick on this sophomore quarterback. Talk to us about this play right here, Wayne.
Well, I kind of watch out. You see, I think it was Nate came on the outside too, and they weren't sure who to block, so I just ran in between them and left their quarterback wide open.
And you see how fired up our defense was over that? I mean, Logan was on top of you, and everybody's coming to congratulate you. Those kind of things make a difference in the game. The energy was there. Coach Simmons looked at me after that hit, and he goes, "Momentum's a good thing, ain't it?" And I said, "Yeah, when it's on our side." And we got the momentum in the second half. The crowd got back into the game. Finally got past that hump with Lewis County, finished them off. We did some ball control after that. I was real proud of our offense. We had like an 11-play drive that consumed about 9 minutes off the clock, which on a big third down play right here, Daniel's going to roll out and hit Hunter Branch. And this is one of the best catches we've had. We've had some good catches this year, but Hunter managed to keep his feet in bounds. Kind of talk about this, Wayne.
Well, Daniel kind of looks like he's desperate a little bit. He kind of chucks it up, and Hunter just does an extremely good athletic play and jumps on the ball.
And kept both his feet in bounds. It was an amazing catch. Hunter Branch is a junior, so maybe
that was the play of the game.
That was the play?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of good plays so far. How about your sack and the snap overhead? There's been a lot of good. We had a lot of big plays that helped us, and that was a big play also. That led to this, actually. After he did that, 3 plays later, we're going to watch Devin Penner put a touchdown run in right here behind Ethan Cassidy. And
I like how Devin just read his block.
He does. And he's really running better, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's really coming into his own. And then this play right here, right after, we were up by 8 points. And you can score a touchdown for 6, get a 2-point conversion for 8. But if Duke makes this kick, it's a 2-score game. They have to score 2 times. And we're going to watch here Caleb Duke, which he was consistent all night. Knocks it straight through. And that feels good on there, too.
Yeah,
it does. So those things happened. We ended up beating Lewis County 23-21, and we got the monkey off the seniors' back.
Yeah.
A lot of the seniors were talking about how they really wanted to win this Lewis County game. This was the most important game of the year to them. Do you think we had this one circled on our calendar?
Yeah, we did.
We really did.
It was bad.
And now if we finish Hickmanall, we'll be the number 1 3A team in our region. And we're going to the playoffs. We're automatically in now. So we've done what we wanted to do. We have to be eliminated from the playoffs. But going in with that number 1 team out of 3A will be a benefit to us as well, don't you think?
Yeah.
All right. And to let you know this, too, the only games we've lost this year are the 4A schools. So we haven't had a 3A team that could beat us yet. And we may run into one, but right now it feels pretty good. How you feel about everything going on?
I feel it's good, but we just now need to finish.
Finish
what we started.
Finish. Focus is big. 1 game at a time, right?
Yeah.
Starting this week with who?
Hickman County.
Hickman County. Centerville's coming in Friday night. Hope you all can come out. Thanks for being on the show, Wayne. This is Coach Hughes. This is Wayne Jaworski for the Fairview Coaches Show. Oh, by the way, happy Halloween to everybody. And be safe on Halloween. There's a lot of scary people out there. And, oh, my goodness,